Okay, boys and girls, open up to page 60. So hopefully you watched the other video first that was titled Math Pages 57 to 59. If you have not watched that yet, stop this video and watch that one first. Okay, and then come back to this one. So this one is a continuation of it. Okay, so I'm going to start on page 60 with this screencast. All right, so open up your math book. So let me get page 60 on mine. All right, so page 60 looks like this. All right, so look at number 6. It says, Jen has 12 pencils, 7 are blue, and the rest are white. How many white pencils does she have? Okay, so look at the information that we know. We know that she has a total of 12 pencils. So if we were to do a number bond, I would put the 12 in my total or my whole box. Okay, that's what this top box means. It's my total or my whole. All right, then the one part that I know is that 7 are blue. The other part, I don't know. It just says the rest are white. I don't know how many white pencils Jen has. Okay, so that is what my number bond would look like. Now you have to write an equation to solve this problem. So think of how you want to solve. Again, you could do an open number line if you wanted to. So with your open number line, I would start with the 7, and I'm going to work my way up to 12. Okay, so I would make a 10. And then I would go from 10 to 12. Now I'm going pretty quick with the open number line because we have practiced this a lot. Okay, so you should be pretty familiar with that strategy. All right, so once I have both of my jumps, okay, I'm going to look at how much my jumps equal. So 3 and 2 is 5. So that means that my answer is 5. So 5 would go here. Okay, so 5 pencils are white. So my equation I could be 7 plus 5 equals 12. Or I could make this into a subtraction problem. The whole 12 minus the 7 blue equals the 5 white. Okay, so either of these two equations would work. Okay, all right, look at number 7. Fiona has 13 books. What is one way she could give all the books to her brother and her sister? Okay, so for this one, it's really open-ended. All we know is that there's 13 books total. So what you can do is you can pick any two combinations that you would like. Okay, so you're just trying to think of what two numbers would give you 13. Okay? And that's all you would have to do, okay? Because it doesn't tell us that they gave more to the brother, more to the sister. It just says what is one way she could give all the books to her brother and her sister. So again, if your 13 is your total, you can come up with what two parts would get you 13. Okay, so you're thinking what plus what gets you 13. Okay, so you can put any equation that you would like. All right, then when I go down to number 8, it said Kendra has 17 stickers. She gives some stickers to her friends. Then she has 9 stickers left. Which equations could you solve to find how many stickers Kendra has left? Okay, so again, we know the total or the whole, which is 17. She gives some stickers away, and she has 9 left. Okay, so if I wanted to set this up as a number bond, we have 17 as my total. Some stickers to her friends, and now 9 are left. Okay, now I can either do this as, again, an addition equation. So I could do question mark plus 9 equals 17. Okay, so if I'm doing it that way, I see that letter D looks just like that. And then, of course, I can do a turnaround fact. So instead of starting with the question mark, I could start with the 9 first. I could do 9 plus question mark equals 17. And so that looks like letter C. So I would circle letter C. Now I could also make a subtraction equation out of all of this. So I could take my total, I could subtract the part that I know to find the other part. So that would be this one here. And then I could turn that around. 17 minus question mark equals 9. That's not, A wouldn't work. Okay, so this one here is nowhere to be found. Okay, so A and E don't work. So the only ones you should have circled are B, C, and D. Okay, all right, so make sure you have all of the work. And then when you're ready, let's move on to page 61. Okay, this is the last page that we are going to do. So let's read page 61 together. Okay, the example says a cart has 14 books. There are 6 books on the bottom shelf. The rest are on the top shelf. How many books are on the top shelf? So you can use a bar model. And remember, in the bar model, we put the total at the top. We have part. Okay? So we know the total. We know that the cart has a total of 14 books. That's why the 14 is here at the total. We know that there are 6 books on the bottom, but we don't know how many are on the top shelf. So that's why it's set up like that. For your equations, you could do the total minus the part that you know equals the missing part. Okay, and then of course, once you would do all your work, you would find that the missing part is 8. Okay, so the equation would be 14 minus 6 equals 8. 8 books are on the top shelf. Okay, so number 1 says complete the bar model for the example problem. All right, so we have our total here, 14 books. That's already in there for you. We have our bottom shelf books, which is 6. And now we did find out that there were 8 books on the top shelf. So the 8 would go here. And to write my equation, if you look, my equation is an addition equation. So I would do 6 plus 8 equals 14. Or, of course, I could turn that around and do 8 plus 6 equals 14. Either of those would work. Okay? All right, and that's all that you need to do for today. So again, make sure that by the end of today, you completed pages 53, 54, and then pages 57 to 61. Okay, and bring those back so I can see them on Tuesday. All right, goodbye.